U.S. House passes bill trucking groups warn could lead to a complete wipeout of many owner-operators. Next on TruckerB News. What is going on, YouTube? Another edition of TruckerB News. Got some more news out of Washington, D.C. about the PRO Act. So, Washington, D.C. It says the U.S. House of Representatives today passed a bill that many trucking stakeholders warned could result in the dismantling of the industry and the independent contractor model. On Tuesday evening, the democratically controlled House passed H.R. 842, also known as the Protecting the Right to Organize Act, aka PRO Act of 2021. The final vote came down to 225 to 206, with just 5 Republicans voting in favor and only 1 Democrat opposing. It will now allow the move to send it over to the Senate, where Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, a Democrat from New York, who is the sponsor of the bill. We will look to find a way to get it through to the chamber of the President of the United States, aka Joe Biden, for final approval. The PRO Act already has significant support in the Senate, with more than 40 sponsors and co-sponsors. Trusted source at the Capitol told TNN, aka Transportation Nation, that this is a real threat, that Democrats will be able to eventually get approved using one or more various political ways to get it approved, political tactics. It also says, how does the PRO Act threaten trucking independent contractors model? Now, while the PRO Act is largely an effect to expand various labor protections related to employees' rights to organize and collectively bargain in the workplace, it also contains other provisions that would trouble many trucking groups. At the heart of the concerns is that the PRO Act amends the National Labor Regulations Act, NLRA, by imposing an ABC test to determine whether a worker is an employee or independent contractor. The so-called B prong of the test classifies a worker as an employee of the company unless that worker performs services outside the usual course of business of the employer. Trucking stakeholders fear that PRO Act ABC test could, in practice, expand its non-union business, ultimately paving a way to reclassify lease owner-operators as employees and all but eliminating the model across the nation, across the world. Trucking groups speaking out about it. David Heller, Vice President in Government Affairs of the Trucking Load Carriers Association, TCA, told TNN last week, if the PRO Act becomes law, it will threaten the way that the industry has been developed for the last 100 years. Yes, it will. Small businesses in the Transportation Coalition, SBTC, said that the PRO Act will be the death warrant for all small businesses. Yes, it will destroy small businesses because we're all out here having LLCs, and that's essentially a business, so it's going to cripple us. It's going to just say, no, all that hard work? Sorry. So, in a letter sent to each member of Congress last month, the SBTC wrote, this move will discriminate small businesses and eventually create obstacles in trucking contrary to the spirit of antitrust laws. It will be an offensive to the American dream. So, nutshell, they pass this. It makes it like, you want the dream? You want to have a nice house with white picket fence? Nah, we taking that away from you. Sorry, can't get it. Now, it says the Owner-Operator Independent Drivers Association, we all love these guys, OOIDA, also spoke out on this matter this week. On Monday, the group representing more than 150,000 owner-operators sent a letter to the House members urging them not to move forward. The owner-operator model has well been established and has provided millions of truck drivers the opportunity to do the true independent contractor and small business entrepreneurs. Todd Spencer, President and CEO of OOIDA. While we understand that the Pro Act is designed to specifically address classification issues for the purpose of labor organization, we believe that the practices that the test may also be explained and classify workers under other laws. So it's basically saying the word just got to be changed so we can be over here doing our thing, and you can have that. We gotta get some barriers in between there. Put some chalk blocks between the two. You know what I mean? Spencer did acknowledge the problematic lease purchase scams. Others often result in owner-operators having no independence from the motor carrier while they lease within their parameters. So, you're leased onto a company, you're leasing that truck, you feel like maybe you should be able to go off the DAT board, you feel like you should be able to, pick your own loads because you're paying for everything off that truck. It's a model. So, some people want more freedom. You don't want somebody over your head like, you got to do this. Why are you taking so long? Are you going to take how long you into? We pay for the truck. We pay for everything on it. Like, let us pick our load so we can go. But there's parameters. So, we got to do what we got to do. It says, however, the Assorted Pro Act will not solve any problems, but instead will create uncertainty for drivers and motor carriers utilizing the owner-operator model. Basically, if this was to get to the president's desk and he signs it into law, we don't know what we're gonna do. We got a lot of drivers over here at Prime that is kicking butts and taking names. We supporting our families, doing what we gotta do. But if this passes, we're not knowing what we're gonna do. A lot of us are in lease trucks. We've had our truck for 2-3 years. We have another truck ordered. What is that going to do for us moving forward in our business model? We're going to have to shut our businesses down. Are we going to have to make an adjustment? We don't know. We have to see. It says, furthermore, the more than 15,000 members claiming removing this as an option will have starting a trucking business more difficult. So basically removing it or going with it is going to make it way more harder to start a trucking business. Once the middle step of a lease operator is eliminated, it will virtually be impossible for a what would be startup trucking owner to make a giant leap from company driver to independent contractor carrier due to the high insurance premiums. We all know that the insurance is going up sometime next year, and it's going to make it that much harder to be able to get insurance on your truck. So that's just a small article, guys. It comes to you guys from the great people over there at Transportation Nation. They're keeping us abreast of what's going on in the trucking world and what we have to be looking out for, what potential would-be storms that could be brewing while we driving down this road. But we are over here with great company owners that take care of their drivers, that have our best interest, and I'm quite sure they're cooking up something in the room like, yeah, okay, you coming with this? We got a contingency plan for that. So we'll see what happens, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Another edition of TruckerB News. Remember to like, subscribe, share, hit the bell below so you know when I come out with new videos while I'm on my blacktop journey. I'm hoping that this Pro Act does not get to the president's desk, because if it gets to the president's desk, we're gonna be in a whole heap of problem. But we'll see. Next time we have another update, I'll bring it to you. Remember to be blessed, less stressed, keep the left door closed, right foot down, only when it's safe. Like I always say, guys, I'll see you on the blacktop. Safe trucking.